So I wrote this with my friend Paul Kramer, who played some of the fiddle and the mandolin on the Western Swing record. I made a record 2 years ago called Obsessed with the West, which is a collaboration between me and my favorite band. It's a band called Asleep at the Wheel. And I grew up listening to them, and then I ended up getting to make a record with them. It's all original songs. We didn't cut any Western Swing classics. We tried to write new ones, which is a nauseatingly challenging endeavor. But we had a lot of fun doing it. And Paul Kramer and I were talking about Tommy Duncan, who was the longtime lead singer for Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. So Bob Wills was more of a band leader than he was he was kind of in the big band tradition, except it was Texas swing. So he wasn't the singer. He was the band, if that makes sense to you. He was the band leader, and then he would hire singers, and Tommy Duncan was his guy, and one of my very favorite singers to ever walk the earth. And I was telling Paul Kramer that I thought Tommy Duncan's voice was delicious. Like, listening to his voice, there was something culinary about it, something a little bit hedonistic. It's so good and so natural, and I told Paul it's kind of a little like drinking a milkshake. That's the feeling I get when I hear his voice. It's so soothing and sweet and kind of cold. And Paul said, yeah, but it's spiked milkshake. So we wrote, if Tommy Duncan's voice was booze. Once I had a rowdy streak, wilder than a Texas gale, throwing them down in old Fort Worth